Opinions Playhouse is on the air. Turn the volume up. We've got lots to share. Listen in your car or your underwear. Frank Opinions on the air.
Hi there, welcome back to the Frank Opinion Joke Podcast. My name is Frank Opinion. Glad to have you here. I think you know how this is working. It's our first week, actually. And every day, Monday through Friday, we will post a new joke, maybe a little story or two, and you'll start to stockpile a whole bunch of great jokes. Make sure to follow our Spotify page so you never miss a joke. We're also on other major streaming platforms and on YouTube now. Even though there's nothing to look at, there might be on occasion, I might go on, but who needs to look at me to enjoy a great joke? Not really necessary, but we are on YouTube as well. So there's no excuse for not finding us. And on any of those platforms, just search Frank Opinion. That's O period opinion joke podcast. And there it is. A couple of things. One, a couple of days ago, I think I mentioned to you I had some movie recommendations. And one of the movies I recommended was Speak No Evil. An edge-of-your-seat thriller. I think it's a great movie. I also mentioned Poker Face with Russell Crowe. But regarding Speak No Evil, there are two Speak No Evil movies. I found this out accidentally because I was going to show just a trailer or something to a friend, and it wasn't the movie that I watched. And then I remembered, and I learned this, I guess, 15, 20 years ago, and I'll bet you didn't know this. You cannot own the rights to a movie or book title. Do you know that? I could write tomorrow a book called Gone with the Wind. Perfectly legal. Nobody owns that title. Nobody owns a movie title. There are 3 movies, at least, named The Patriot. Okay? At least 3. Mel Gibson had The Patriot. There are a couple of other The Patriots. So there are 2 Speak No Evils. You want the one with James McAvoy as the lead character. Okay? That's the one you want to watch. So just thought I would throw that out there. Now, this joke today is about 3 nuns who tragically die in a horrible car wreck. They're on the way to some Catholic retreat or something, and a horrible wreck, and they get killed. So the 3 of them are standing outside the pearly gates, waiting for what they've worked towards their whole life. That's to get to heaven. And Sister Marie steps up first, and St. Peter greets her outside the gate, and he says, Sister Marie, we are thrilled to have you here. What an inspiration you've been to so many for so many years, and it is an honor to have you here. The boss cannot wait to greet you himself. And she says, well, I can't wait to get in. I'm ready. I've been ready my whole life for heaven. He says, well, you need to know that before you can get in, you have to answer a Bible-based question. And if you answer it correctly, you're going to hear, the angels like singing and the gates open. If you get the question, if you get the answer correct, she says, well, I sure hope I don't mess this up. He goes, well, I'm sure you'll be fine. Here's your question. Sister Marie, who was the first man? She says, well, Adam. The angels sing, the gates open, welcome to heaven. Then up steps Sister Catherine. He says, Sister Catherine, so glad to have you here, even though your death came earlier than we expected. Sorry about the car wreck, but you're here now. And she says, yes, and I overheard Sister Maria. I think I have to answer a Bible question or something to get in. He said, that's correct. Here's your question. Sister Catherine, who was the first woman? She says, Eve. In she goes, angels singing, gates opening. She's in. Then up steps Sister Teresa. And St. Peter says, oh, Sister Teresa, the boss is well aware of all the tireless work, the hours, endless efforts you've put in on helping the homeless and the hungry. It just didn't go unnoticed. She says, well, I am ready for my question. Can't wait to get into heaven. He said, well, here's your question. When Adam and Eve met for the first time, naked in the garden, what did Eve say to Adam? And Sister Teresa says, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? He said, sure. Adam and Eve meeting naked in the garden. First time, never seen each other. She looks at him, he looks at her. What did Eve say to Adam the first time she saw him? She says, wow, that's a hard one.